Contestant number 6, Farweez Imamudeen. Dad's second love from Germany. Dad's second love from Germany, Farweez Imamudeen.
Thank you, Contest Master.
You're welcome.
If someone hurts your love, what would you do? Forgive and forget, or forget to forgive? My dad was 50 years old when he introduced my mom to his second love from Germany. Beautiful, posh, second-hand, yellow Volkswagen Beetle. The first thing he did was to place a sticker on the windscreen. Say no to violence. And another sticker on the rear glass. If you touch me, I will kill you. But now I realize why he did that. The rear sticker, if you touch me, I will kill you, was when others crashed into him. The front sticker, say no to violence, was when he crashed into others. When he got on the driving seat, he turned into a magician. No one knew what he was going to pull off. He would indicate to the right and turn to the left. He would use the horn like a punching bag. There would be nothing in sight for a mile, but he would still slam the brakes and keep staring at the empty road for so long that we would be convinced something must have crossed the road. And he would indicate to the right and turn to the left. Now, seeing him drive, I wanted to drive too. But he said I was not a big boy yet. The same man who called me a very big boy when I carried his grocery bags. And that was when I was 9. And now, I was 10. And I knew the basics. I knew how to start the engine. That's it. So one day, when Dad and Mom were not at home, I got on the settee in the living room, got the car keys from the cupboard shelf, and got into the car. Now, this car had manual gear transmission, not auto, which meant you had to neutralize the gear before you started it. You know that. I didn't. I turned the switch. Now, when my dad starts it, it's smooth, like When I started it, it was like someone punched me in my stomach. The car jolted 2 feet, and bang, it stopped. I got down to inspect. Nothing wrong, except 3 things. Mom's toast rubber pot crushed under the tire, dead. Fog lights, dead. Headlights, dead. Me, soon. I had to reverse the car, so I got on the driving seat, but I remembered. I didn't know how to reverse. But then again, I remembered what my dad does. So just like my dad, I turned the switch and looked behind. I couldn't believe it. I was still looking behind, and the car jumped forward. And this time, it kept moving. What would you do? Press the brakes. Easy to say. My question, out of the 3, which one is the brake? So I pressed the only thing I could, the horn. I couldn't see anything in front because the bonnet had fully opened. The car was heading straight to my neighbor's house, and my neighbor's dog was barking like it was going to die. It was going to die. As the car inched closer to my neighbor's gate, I saw the big red sign on it. Do not block the gate. So without blocking it, I gave the gate a lift and crashed on my neighbor's car. I was 10 years old when I got my first heart attack. My neighbor came out yelling. That's my great-grandfather's car. We've had it for almost a century. Phew. I thought that was brand new. Some slight technical faults. So, the bonnet was hanging on one side, the gate was hanging on the bonnet, the dog was hanging on the gate. When my dad sees this, I'll be hanging on the ceiling fan. I told my neighbor it was an accident. To my surprise, he agreed. So I ran back to the house, left the key on the cupboard shelf, but then the cushions on the settee I jumped on were laid over wooden planks. So the wooden planks broke, and I fell right through. So I carefully hid the broken planks with the cushion and watched the clock. Time was 5:45 p.m. Dad would come home at 6. I had only 15 minutes to live. When Dad came home, he was furious. Farweez, what happened to the car? I told him the truth. He calmed down and said, I'm proud you didn't hide anything. And he sat on the settee. Right then, my mom walked in through the front door, waving the broken fog light that he had picked, and said, your German second love had dropped this at our neighbors. When my dad crept out of the hole, he sat me down and said, son, it's okay. I forgive you. I'm giving you a second chance. And I'll never forget that. Because if my dad hadn't given me a second chance, who sent his second love from Germany for a makeover in Panchikawata, I would now be in Boralla, resting in pieces. Friends, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we sweep them under the carpet or hide them under cushions. But if someone ever makes a mistake again, think of my dad. Forgive and forget. But if the mistakes continue, place a sticker on your front door. I used to forgive and forget, but now I just forget to forgive. Over to you.